everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got a fun project for you today, doing some paper embossing and some ink blending, some die cutting to create this really pretty fall themed card. I'm going to be using this gorgeous embossing folder from Honeybee Stamps. This is an older embossing folder called Fall Leaves. It is absolutely stunning. I saw Jennifer McGuire do a technique with an embossing folder earlier this week, and I really wanted to try it with this embossing folder from Honeybee. I think Honeybee has some of the best embossing folders on the market. Make sure you check them out on the website. They have tons of different themes and they're just so beautiful and stunning. I really, really love them. And there's so many fun techniques now that you can do with embossing folders. Now, I added some Villainous Potion, some Villainous Potion and some Dusty Concord to my paper. And I embossed it so that the raised side of the embossing folder was up. So I placed my paper on the raised side and embossed the paper. And now on the flat side, so opposite of the raised side, the flat side, I'm adding some ink called Plumberry from Concord and Ninth. And I ran that through my embossing folder, or through my die cutting machine again, through the embossing folder. And you can see how we've got that ink blended color on the leaves, and then the background is that beautiful plumberry. So it's a really fun technique. It allows you to add those contrasting colors, which I think is really cool. These are a couple of die sets I'm going to use today. I'm going to be using Lovely Layers Fall Foliage, which is on the left or at the top there. And on the right is the Lovely Layers Mini Fall Florals. And so I've done a bunch of die cutting. You can see some of the ink blending that I've already done here. That one is from the Lovely Layers Mini Fall Florals. The smaller pieces here are from Mini Fall Florals, and the larger leaves are the Lovely Layers Fall Foliage. These are really, really great dies to combine. And what I love about the Lovely Layers collection is you can take them and combine them in so many different ways to create some really, really beautiful embellishments and pieces for your cards. Color scheme I'm going for here, I've got some Distress Inks, ink cubes off to the side there. I just picked a variety of yellow, orange, and pink tones to colorize my different pieces here. I really love how that goes along with the purple, and it does create just kind of a really nice fall kind of a color scheme, which I really, really love. I think it's super pretty. Going in with some yellows here, a little bit of orange to darken up that tone. And I'm also going to add a little bit of brown to these leaves that are like the oak leaves, just because I thought that when they start to turn color, I feel like they have maybe just a little bit of brown to them. I don't know if that's accurate, but I wasn't really too worried about it. I just wanted to add a few different contrasting tones here. Like I said, pinks, yellows, oranges, and a little bit of brown. Now I'm going to start to put these together. I'm going to add this mini floral here, this cone flower together. Super easy to add these together and layer them up. I just used a little bit of liquid adhesive. Some of these I will add some foam adhesive to, just to bump up the dimension a little bit. On the back of this little guy here, I'm just going to add a thin foam square to the back of these two larger layers. And that's just going to give this a little bit more dimension on my card front. So really like how that is going to look when I get that put together. It's just really, really pretty. So loving that. And we're going to just go ahead and put that off to the side. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of foam adhesive onto the back of my card panel here. And we're going to add that onto our A2 size top folding white card base. One of the things that I did that I don't know what happened to the footage. I thought I included it, but I added a little bit of Distress Spritz spray to my card front in Villainous Potion. And I think you'll be able to see that a little bit on camera here when I show you more of a close-up of the card front. I just put my card base into my scoreboard here and into the corner there, and in that way that's just going to allow me kind of a little less stressful time putting that card front onto the card base with that foam adhesive on the back. I'm just going to take my ink blended die cuts here, and I'm going to kind of just create a little arrangement of all of these little pieces with the larger pieces in the back and then the smaller pieces in the front. Just kind of creating a little bouquet, so to speak, of these florals and these leaves. And when I'm finished with that, I'm just going to take a piece of press and seal. I'll just go ahead and take my press and seal and press that onto these pieces. And what that's going to do is it's going to hold all of these different pieces together so that when I'm ready to adhere them together, I can get them into the same spot. So I've got my piece of press and seal here. I'll just lay that over top and give it a good press. I could actually have hinged this so that I can get it back into the exact same spot, but I wasn't too worried about it. It's kind of obvious where it's going to go on my card. So now I've actually put foam adhesive onto the back of the leaves, and I've placed that and stuck that down onto my card. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit more foam adhesive and add it to the top layers. And in that way now everything is going to be adhered onto my card in that corner. So it just looks really neat. I like how that looks. Here's the footage of the shimmer spritz. I actually thought that I had already done that earlier, but so I've got my card in my splat box. I'm going to take my Villainous Potion Sheer Shimmer Spritz, or Distress Spritz, I guess is what it's called, in Villainous Potion. I didn't add it to the whole card, just a little bit to the top, because I didn't want to lose that plumberry in the background completely. So I didn't want to completely cover up the plumberry. Now I'm just taking a little bit of white paint. I've added a little bit of water to it, and I'm just going to take a fan brush and add some white splatter to the entire card front. This is just going to add just a really nice highlight to everything. It looks really pretty, just a really fine little bit of splatter. This is a die from the Everyday, Great Greetings Every Day. This is a really, really great die set. I love it. It's got some like thanks and just some really basic greetings on it. But we actually have, if you look in the shop, Great Greetings dies in a bunch of different themes, which is really fun. So if you're looking for a scripty word with a shadow layer, that's a really great option. And I just love the generic word hello. It's great for any occasion, almost any occasion anyways. I die cut the shadow layer from some brushed gold platinum mirror cardstock, and then the top layers, the scripty hello from white. Layered those all together, and then I'll just place that kind of up in the top left of the card front. Now these are the honeybee, some of the honeybee pearls stickers. This is my favorite for pearl sticker pack. It's the Sweet and Spooky. So pretty. I love it. And it has all of the colors that I've used here on the packaging. I'm going to take a variety of different sizes here and add some of these sweet little pearls to finish off my project. Friends, I had so much fun creating this. I hope you enjoyed watching. Check out the description box below for a list of all of the products that I've used. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.